We're going to go to Bristol and talk to an Extinction Rebellion activist, Zion Lights, who is there for us. And they've taken to the streets again, this time, putting boats on roads, blocking the streets, in fact. Tell us, what is the point of this particular protest, Zion?
The point is to highlight that there's a climate emergency going on and that we are not recognising that and we are not acting on that. Our children's futures are at stake. And 2050 is too late a date to set to get our carbon emissions down to net zero.
Right, how long are you going to be there for?
I don't know. Oh,
as long as it takes?
Well, we will continue with our protests for as long as it takes. Right. The specific site, we'll see.
OK. I mean, the British Parliament did declare a climate emergency after the last sort of series of protests. So what are you hoping to achieve in terms of sort of...
Yeah. So they did indeed declare it, but they're still doing things that are highly polluting, like expanding the Heathrow Airport runway, things like this. That, you know, they're in direct opposition to saying that we're declaring a climate emergency. We need to bring these emissions down as soon as possible.
How much disruption are you causing?
I don't think we're being very disruptive, actually. People seem happy. They're all sort of out in the sunshine. Billy Bragg's about to play on stage.
Oh, life is good.
I mean, life should be good because we're facing a... Sorry, the sound is...
I can see the sound is running. You're doing very well. Jeff, what do you think about this?
I've got to hand it to on one level, right? They've got good names for stuff, haven't they? Zion Lights is a brilliant name.
It is.
Extinction Rebellion is really cool. I understand that this is called Summer Uprising, which sounds like a festival that should be headlined by the Maccabees. So they've really...
It's headlined by Billy Bragg.
Billy Bragg. But I think it's one of those things, it can seem slightly remote to people. In a way, I see it, you know, it's a kind of privilege to have time to go, you know, and sort of camp out for like 5 weeks to protest against something. I think, you know, in terms of climate change generally, what I seem to encounter is a lot of people that think, yeah, it's definitely an emergency, and other people should definitely change their behaviours. Me, I use organic dishwasher tablets, so I think, you know, I'm doing my bit. It's always somebody else's problem, and the thing is, when you've got a busy life, you know, and particularly for people on lower incomes as well, I think it's a real luxury to be able to engage on that level. Right.
Well, Zion, what do you think? It's a luxury that not everyone can afford to do.
No, absolutely. I mean, I am a single parent. I work all hours. I couldn't come on Monday because I was working. I came down today. And I don't know if we should have this talk about privilege since I'm of an ethnic minority group. So I'm not sure about the privilege conversation. But I just want to bring this back to the fact that we need to make these changes, that we're not bringing down the emissions. And it's way past time about talking about buying green laundry detergent and things like this. You know, I've been doing that for so long. I went vegan in 2002. I looked at the climate data. I thought, wow, you know, we should listen to the scientists. I've been talking about it for so long, and we haven't affected those changes. Behaviour change hasn't been enough. Some of these need to be, you know, top-down changes, although what we're suggesting is these citizens' assemblies for the climate, for people to, you know, get together and make these decisions.
All right. Zion, thank you very much. You were muttering there. I could hear you saying, yes, we have brought down emissions.
Well, she was just saying there that we haven't brought down emissions. Britain has got the best record of any G20 country in reducing our emissions.
But is it quick enough by 2050 to have the target?
Well, we've just put into law to hit that target. That will obviously then drive innovation, change in policy to get down to there by 2050, which is where the Independent Climate Change Committee said we needed to aim for. And picking up things like transport, that is where we're going to have to start looking. But the idea that we're not doing anything is just simply not right. It's just not factually true. If we're going to have a sensible debate with people, we need to engage on data. And actually Parliament, and to be fair, this was Sarah's party put this into law. We followed it through both in the coalition government and as the Conservative government. So this is a cross-party agenda.
All right.
Politicians are actually delivering and reducing climate change emissions.
The problem is we are doing stuff, but we're not doing enough and we're not doing it fast enough. So groups like this who protest, what else are they meant to do? How else are they meant to get this on the agenda and into our lives?
Well, it is on the agenda. The Secretary of State was making a speech this morning about it.
Well, and we've shown it. We have only got a few minutes before the end of the programme, and